I'm now with Nick Naylor from the Bloodhound Engineering Adventure. Now tell us all about this beautiful car that's Bloodhound.
Well, Bloodhound is a car we're building to take out into the desert of South Africa. We're going to build this car. We're building it currently in Bristol, which is our Bloodhound Technical Centre. And we're going to take it out next year to do 850 miles an hour. And then in 2016, we'll take it back out to do 1,000 miles an hour.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't it something like 750 miles an hour, the current world land?
The land speed record actually is owned by us.
Yeah.
We picked the record as a team. Richard Noble picked it up in 1983 with Thrust 2. We've owned that record since 1983 as a progressive team. The current record stands with Andy Green, our driver, at 763 miles an hour, which is Mach 1.02, so that's faster than the speed of sound.
So if you're going to be doing 850 for a trial, for a test, you've done a record?
Absolutely, yes. We'll be picking the land speed record up at 850 next year while we're practicing to do the 1,000 miles an hour run, which will obviously be the first car ever to do 1,000 miles an hour.
You know, that is really fast.
Well, that's really fast, yeah, but a lot of people couldn't really appreciate how fast that 1,000 miles an hour is. 1,000 miles an hour, if we're travelling on a jetliner to go on holiday, we're probably travelling around 500 to 550 miles an hour, so we'll be going twice as fast as that. And this car will be covering the area of 5 football pitches laid goal line to goal line in a row in 1 second.
In 1 second?
In 1 second, yes.
Wow.
Absolutely.
That's mind-blowing.
Yes, it's really, you know, this is cutting-edge technology, and the reason why we're doing this and absolutely building this cutting-edge car is so that A, we can get the land speed record, which duly belongs to us anyway, but the primary reason is to get young people interested in science, technology, engineering and mathematics. That's why we've been sort of asked to return here to Scarborough at the Spa for the Engineering Week, because it was so successful last time when we dangled the car over into the pavilion there. We weren't allowed to do that this time, I'm afraid, so we've had to put this in the marquee outside of the pavilion. But we're really honoured to be back into Scarborough because there's quite a lot of engineering going on around Scarborough that people don't really realise, to be honest, and we're absolutely privileged to be a part of that.
So 1,000 miles an hour. To stop, you've got to have good brakes, haven't you?
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
Once we turn the engines off, the engines being the EJ200 Eurofighter engine and the rocket motor that we've got, giving us a combined power of 135,000 horsepower. Getting us up to 1,000 miles an hour. But to slow down, first of all, once we turn the engines off, the natural drag, just the natural air pressure, will start us slowing down quite rapidly, and we'll be slowing down at the rate of about 64 miles an hour per second. So that's like driving your car at 64 miles an hour and coming to a complete standstill in 1 second.
What about the guy in the actual cockpit? I mean, that's a lot of G.
That is a lot of G. When he's accelerating, he'll be experiencing about 2.8 positive G. That's about the same G-force as you would experience on the waltzers when they're going at their fastest. But Andy needs to still remain alert, conscious, and also at the top of his game for making split-second decisions, even though he's under that amount of G-force. And also when he's slowing down, he'll be going about sort of 3 negative G in the other direction, so he'll also then have to be concentrating and making sure that he applies the brakes at just the right time, because he's only got 12 miles to get up to speed and back down to zero again.
Well, he's a jet fighter pilot, so he must be used to it.
Yeah, he is. He's a pretty cool guy.
Yeah.
You know, nothing phases him, and he's used to sort of flying. He's used to he flies a stunt plane as well, so that keeps him used to the fact that the G-forces that he's going to be experiencing. He also races a radical sports car, so he's right at the top of his game, to be honest, and needs to be.
Yeah, gotta be. Of course, you don't have any tyres on your wheels, do you? They're all
absolutely
metal
not.
wheels.
Yeah, the reason why is because these wheels are rotating at around 10,000 RPM, and they're generating around 50,000 radial G. Now that means that if I could actually put a kilo bag of sugar on the edge of the wheel while it's rotating at that speed, that bag of sugar would have the equivalent weight of a fully loaded Arctic lorry and tractor unit. That's how much G-force is being put upon this wheel. It's trying to rip itself apart. We need to make sure that it doesn't do that by using sort of top manufacturing techniques.
So when will this happen?
It'll be happening 2015. We'll be taking it up to 850 miles an hour, which will get the record while we're practicing. And then 2016, we'll be taking it back out there to do the 1,000 miles an hour.
Well, something like this must be costing a fortune.
Yeah, it is costing a fortune. I mean, we think, you know, from sort of start to actually having an after-race party, as it were, we're estimating somewhere in the region of around £42 million.
42 million?
Yeah, but you've got to look really what we're going to get for that. £42 million, you can buy probably half of a Premier League football player. You can buy a Formula 1 racing team for 2 meetings, or you can buy Bloodhound. And what you get for your money is an iconic British engineering product that showcases British engineering and innovation on a global platform. We've got new product design, new techniques, and also to inspire the next generation of young people to look at science and technology, engineering and mathematics. And in my book, that stacks up.
Yeah, that's very good. Well done, mate. Have you got a website?
Yeah, we've got a website. It's www.bloodhoundssc.com. On that website, you'll find links into a load of videos that we've got a load of sort of text, photographs, and you can keep up to date. You can even join the 1K Club, which is a members club, and you get all the specialist information, you get the information first, all that sort of thing, and all the details are up on that website as well.
Nick, thank you very much indeed for having a chat.
You're very welcome, thank you.